Hi families, Miss Davis here. Happy Character Day. I wanted to go over something that for scholars who are 7 or 8 years old can be kind of challenging, which is estimating how long something is, the length, the width, the height of things. We learned a couple of things which are called benchmarks. So we learned, for instance, that the width of our pinky is about the same size as a centimeter. We learned that the bent part of our thumb is about 1 inch. We learned that from our elbow to our wrist is about 1 foot. But these things aren't as helpful when we have to visualize something that could be multiple of one of these units. So we've created this poster. I've sent home a copy of it home with you last week. And it kind of says like how long something is in multiple units. So an index card is about 13 centimeters wide, 5 inches wide. A new pencil is about 20 centimeters. It's also about 8 inches wide. A ruler is about 12 inches, and we say about 12 inches because there's a little bit of room on each side, and we're trying to have our students be pretty precise. We've learned like a very important benchmark, one that your desk is about 2 feet tall, but more importantly that Ms. Davis is about 5 feet tall. So we use that a lot to reference things. So I'm going to show how we can go to a couple of questions where students need to estimate and how they can use kind of trial and error, compare these things to some benchmarks they already know. So for instance, the question asks, what's the height of a car? And they're given these 4 different options here. A, 5 yards. So I'm going to go back to what I know about yards. I've learned that our door to our classroom is about 2 yards or 2 meters tall. So I already know that's pretty tall and more than twice that. That wouldn't make sense that a car would be that tall. So I can eliminate that question. 3 feet? I know that my desk is about 2 feet tall. And like 1 ruler more than that, that's only this tall. I know cars are taller than that. That does not make sense. 5 feet. I know Miss Davis is about 5 feet tall. I can picture a car being about the same height as Miss Davis. Maybe that's the best option, but I'm not going to call on it yet until I go to the last one. 8 inches? What? I know that my ruler is 12 inches. A car is not going to be 8 inches tall. That's way too small. That one does not make sense. So that's why C, 5 feet makes the most sense. The next one, lollipop. A lollipop, how tall is it? 5 inches? Okay, I know an index card is about 5 inches wide. That could make sense. 1 foot, let me think about my ruler. That would be a pretty tall lollipop. Maybe like a really big one would be, but not a normal one. So I'll leave that open as an option too. 5 feet, Miss Davis is 5 feet. I've never seen a lollipop 5 feet tall. That'd be a very large lollipop. So that one doesn't make sense. And again, 8 inches again. So that's about here. So it could be that one. So in this one, we would have to pick the best option. And out of them, that would be 5 inches. And students will see ones too. Well, they'll try to trick them. For instance, there was one on the IA last year that said, what's about 8 inches long? And there was an option of a pencil and the option of a hair bow. And they had to realize that most pencils are 8 inches long, but most hair bows are not. So they had to pick the best option there. Okay, that's it, families. I hope that this was helpful. And if you need me to send this home again, just shoot me an email or text me because you should have my number. Thanks, families.